another day on the course. Hey, Simpson, tell me about that story there.
Well, I woke up this morning feeling kind of Lindy rough there. The old head on me was pretty Marty McSorley. Had a bit of time on my hands last night, so I thought I'd run down to the lounge there for a Kelly Buckburger and a couple of Eric Brewers. So I'm sitting down there enjoying my 5 beers there, and I sees this chick giving me the Peter Boot across the Dave Bar. I mean, she looks pretty good, right? So I waves her over, figure maybe I can Blake wheel her, but she gets a little bit closer, and this chick's a bit of a Neil Sheehy with a bit of a Doug Wake problem. I think she's probably a Joel Newendike. So anyways, we sit down and start talking there. I'm having a tough time to look her into Stevie Osmond because she got this great big Brian Boyle in the middle of her face. I start thinking, I don't know if I can stoop this Patrick Marleau anymore, right? So she's like, oh, I want to come back to your hotel room with you. I says, Johnny, oh, do ya? So I excuse myself, go down to the Brad Boys room there. I'm thinking about it. She storms in the door, whips out my Mike Babcock, starts giving me Victor Hedman right in the middle of the Eric Stahl, and I seriously thought this chick was James Van Riemsdyk. So anyways, 23 glorious seconds later, I gives her a towel to whip the Alexi Semenoff out of her face, and we're headed to the hotel. I goes up and pays the Rick Tabaracci. We walks out into the Gar Snow. It's not exactly the middle of Brad May, so we walks into quite a thorough and flurry. Starts thinking the only way we're getting back to the hotel by Adam Foote is we had a couple sets of cross-country Sergei Bobrovskis, but we take a Thomas Caberlet instead, so I gets her back to the hotel. There's Raph A. Torres in her gear off. Expose a pretty nice set of Jermaine T-tops. Get her out of her Lulu lawyer pants. And this chick is super Jason Wooley. Like, she's never been to the Bill Barber before, you know. I keeps the head shaved, so I got the Donald Brashears there with me. Figure I'd shave her down to the Jeff Skinner, but it's kind of tie ratty. A little bit Mark Messier, and to be honest, it might reek, and I didn't want to go anywhere near the thing. Well, she sees the disappointment in my eyes, so she rolls over on her belly and she says, one of you Dustin Brown, my Don Cherries. Well, I don't want to go in Leon Draisaitl, right? So I get some hock and lube, and I Pavel Bure right in her Darren Poopa. 23 glorious seconds later, I drop my Joe Sakic in her. We collapse to the bed. She wants me to roll and spoon her, but I'm not feeling too Chris Osgood about the situation, so I got to tell her I got to be up Brandon Morrow, pretty Jordan Eberle. So there's the Darryl side door. Off she goes. So I wakes up in the morning, and my Mike Pekka is Travis Green, and it Brent Burns, and I mean Brent Burns. So I'm sitting there. I can't believe how Matt Dunby was in this whole situation. So the moral of my story is if you don't want to follow in my Manny legacy, the next time you're on the road and catch some Randy Wood, you're better off using your Hanson brother, or you're going to pay the carry price. Bam!